Hey there, everyone. We're trying something new today. So it is May 25th. The Tigers and Cleveland, the Guardian. I don't know why I always say Cleveland and not Guardians, but whatever. The team from that hails from Cleveland. They're playing a game at 11:30 Eastern on Roku. So we thought we would just watch it all together. So we'll see where this takes us. The game has not gone well if you're in Detroit. It's gone exceptionally well if you lived in Cleveland this series. Cleveland's up 3-0, and what have you guys seen so far before we see first pitch?
The Tigers can't hit. That sums it up.
Alternatively, the Guardians' starting pitching has been markedly improved in this series. Other than Luis Ortiz yesterday was a little bit more of a reversion to what we've seen so far this season, but Slade Ciccone and Tanner Bybee were fantastic in the first two games.
Yeah, the yesterday was weird. We were all kind of watching the game yesterday through our Discord, and there were so many runners on base, both sides. Everyone was one hit away from opening up the game, and nobody did it until the 10th inning when Cleveland pulled it out.
Yeah, it
Lee,
scored 4 runs in the top of the 10th.
Lee, how do you feel about the bullpen management those last two innings? Feeling
I have questions. Because, okay, so Will Vest came in at the bottom of the 8th for one batter. One pitch got got the one out really quick. Came in for the top of the ninth. I don't want to say the bottom of the 8th there. Came in for the ninth. 6 pitches, 3 outs, got out the 1-2-3 hitters. And then we go to Brendan Hannafy for the 10th inning. I'm not sure why. Maybe lefty-righty matchup, but Will Vest is probably our best reliever. He had 11 pitches. Why not let him stay out there? But
so I don't know. Like maybe I'm more forgiving on bullpen management in extra innings, but it's such like a coin flip because you've already used your high leverage arms. I get like leaving Vest in there to go the next day or like to the next inning, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as harsh as I should be on bullpen management in later innings.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's probably a reason for it. I haven't looked up any like post-game articles to see if Inch like had an explanation or anything. But
Has
like, yeah,
has Hannafy been trustworthy this year? I mean, or is
he's
it
been
just that?
good. He's maybe a little more untrustworthy than he was last season, but not like he's not like he's been bad. He's been pretty good. But I mean, the thing is, he's a contact guy. He induces ground balls, but he gave up a bunch of line drives. But like he induced his contact, which I feel like is not necessarily the thing you want for a extra innings game when you start with a runner on base. But
Right.
I mean, I don't know. What the hell do I know, right? But again, 11 pitches Vest threw. It's not like he started off. It's not like he had gone 30 pitches or something and was tired.
Well, the game started. Scooble's on the mound. Can't hit the chances there.
Oh, this is really fun. That thing is like 2 pitches ahead of my stream.
Oh, so you can see the bad news coming.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm
Can't
in a
wait for
similar boat. It seems like.
Can't wait for that to matter. I just need Savant to update. Also, I'm going to be playing around here with that. So, has Martinez been leading off a lot for
Not
Cleveland?
no.
Or
This is a direct effect of Quan not being in the order today.
Eh,
So if Quan is in the lineup, he will be leading off, and he plays near every day. We got the day game after night game break today for him, which is probably only his like second or third all season. So there haven't been very many opportunities for Martinez to lead off in the first place, but that's who was tapped today to take the spot.
oh, he strikes out. Scooble kind of dices through him.
I mean, Captain Obvious, but good velocity from Scooble so far. 99 here in the first on the pitch I just saw.
Yeah, 5 pitches, one foul out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
got him.
we were uh, Lee and I were mourning together playing against Cleveland because Cleveland will do nothing until the seventh inning, and I just we'll see what happens with Cleveland's lineup here, just starting the first couple of innings, but I'm going to expect Scooble to shut them down completely, and then the seventh inning, Jose Ramirez will hit a single, and they'll just take it from there.
The floodgates just open. Yeah.
Yeah, can the Tigers start to hit in like
second
the
K.
innings? That would be nice. At all, just yeah, they scored 0 runs, 1 run. Yesterday they scored 5 runs, but like compared to Cleveland's 7 runs, that ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, this hasn't been a fun game for a fun series for Detroit. The 4 runs when they've been the most dominant offense. Not in the American League, but there's certainly a case for it.
Well, 2 batters, 2 Ks. Arias went down real easy there. So
Christ. Yeah, and I just saw. Yep, Ramirez just popped out quick. So that's 3. Wow. So that is a whole. Oh, how many pitches is that for Scooble? That ain't much.
10,
10?
I think.
10 pitches. Well, that's a good start. Then you got up at the top for Detroit, Vierling, Torres, Ibanez. How's Vierling looked, Lee?
He's a good. Yesterday he came in, he got 2 RBIs in his first at bat, which is nice. And then his second at bat, I think it was hard hit, but it was like right at a guy, I believe.
Mhm.
So, and he was doing really good in AAA. So
the thing I noticed about poor Vierling, his first 3 at bats at least were all high leverage. Like came up Friday night he came up with the game on the line, like was the last out of the game, and then his first 2 at bats yesterday were with the bases loaded. So talk about being thrown right back into the fire. Like, but he's a pro.
I'm so
he knows
glad
what
to
he's
have
doing.
Matt Vierling back.
Where have they been playing? Because the debate was, will Vierling play set before the whole Baez thing? Was it Vierling was going to be center until Meadows came back? Or that doesn't matter?
So yesterday he was center. Baez came in to pinch hit for Sweeney, so he was in shortstop. But today he's in right field, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Baez is back in center.
When Baez came up last night, it was like if you would have told me that Detroit would be chanting Javi, who potentially could hit a game-winning home run at the beginning of the year, I would have thought you were nuts.
Yeah.
Look at his season he's going to. I still don't believe in him, and like that's fine. I don't need to, but I
need a little bit longer to be like, oh, this is for real. But like for as long as his lasted, I mean, it's lasted 2 months, which is a lot longer than any of his other hot streaks have lasted previously. I think he's just healthy, man. I mean.
Well, that's what I wanted, because like that's when, because we had a fair amount of debates not on record before, like just talking about Baez, and that's what I completely forgot is he had hip surgery, and apparently that had been bothering him for the last couple of years. Well, that can track, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see with old Javi. I just he's done it this year. You can't take it away from him.
No, the game where he hit 2 3-run homers against Boston, one of them being a walk-off. I mean, that's iconic. That's like already right away. People like, this is an iconic game. This is one of the best regular season games ever played at Comerica. Because, I mean, that was just an epic game, but also the Javi game.
Yep. I could see how it'd be very fun to watch, but also unwatchable on the same point.
Yeah, as long as he hits for average, he's very fun. But if he's like below average, it gets very frustrating.
That's a tall ask. Torres has also been. I don't know why I thought Torres would be not great this year, but he's been a really nice. He had an 806 OPS. Is that what he has right now at the plate?
Yeah, he's been really good. He also walks a ton, doesn't strike out much. His strikeout rate is down. Like I guess last year is like 20%. It's like 8 this year.
How's his defense? Because that's the only. I think that's probably why I thought he would be so terrible.
There's been some moments, but like it's been pretty like unnoticeably in terms of like being bad or being. He's had some really good moments and like a couple bad moments, but I think that's pretty standard. It hasn't been like, oh boy, it's a ground ball up the middle. What's Torres gonna do now?
Right.
So it hasn't really been like that. Like there's been a couple moments, but that's like I think every second baseman has that because I think that's one of the more error-prone positions in terms just because the ball gets hit there so much.
Right.
But I mean, he's just been one of the more consistent at bats. I mean, he just walked. So, yeah, I think he's got more walks in the year than strikeouts.
He has more walks than Dylan Dingler.
A Guardian starting pitcher walking somebody? Shocking.
But it never hurts him. The whole walks will haunt. Apparently does not affect Cleveland.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Or what? Cleveland could use some jinxes. That's all I'm saying. The MFers, they could really use some jinxes.
Yeah,
Ibanez is right down the middle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How is Logan?
He's been, I mean, the real life numbers, the ERA, whatever you want to call it, it's been fine. It's 386. He's a pitch to contact guy, and he vacillates between doing an effective job of changing speeds, working the corners, all the stuff he needs to do, and nibbling. And so, much like the other Guardian starters this year, he's walked a bunch of guys, but he's keeping the ball in the ballpark for the most part. It's just a matter of staying aggressive, staying effectively aggressive for him. Much better than last year, say that much.
They showed it on the broadcast. Apparently, Ibanez is 3 for 4 with 2 homers against Allen. I remember that game. That was a fun game last year. We had 2 homers in a game because Ibanez does not hit for power.
I'd be curious of what Ibanez's numbers are against us lifetime. In fact, I might try to find that real quick because I think they're pretty good.
Yeah, I don't even know if I really know nothing about Ibanez. He's one of those names, like the name hasn't clicked with me yet.
He's a backup utility guy, so he is more of a you're more likely to see him pinch hit for someone than to like start a game a lot of the time.
Sure.
He really only hits against lefties. Is the thing.
How often does he hit third?
I feel like he does that sometimes. He kind of just fills in wherever Hinch likes to put in a right-handed batter.
He's one-dotting the Guardians in 79 plate appearances. 1018 OPS, although it didn't help him out in this at-bat. 4 homers in 79 plate appearances.
I mean,
hitting 370.
Yeah, for a guy who doesn't
small. It's small, but it's not small.
For a guy who doesn't hit a lot of homers to have 4 home runs and that OPS against the Guardians, that's something.
The Guardians have the scouting report wrong in some way.
Yeah. I slept on Riley Green for a while too, but also it really I think that's just Detroit in general. I wasn't a believer in them at all until they shoved it down the Twins' faces, and even then I would have told you last year the Twins lost it more than Detroit won it, but both can be true.
That ball 2 placement I'm seeing on there hasn't happened on my stream, but that's the call.
I'm about to see this and probably be very angry.
Is that the old buffer zone or the new one?
Well, it didn't matter because
Torres.
I throw out.
Honestly,
that's going to be fun.
Hedges jumping up to catch the ball probably was what caused that to be a ball in the first place, would be my guess.
Yeah, right. It doesn't matter because Torres is out by a mile.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of out by a mile, that was hilarious last night when there was a runner. It was late in the game. I believe it was Nolan Jones had a guy was up with the bases loaded. He hits a double, and he tries stretching it from a single to a double, and he gets thrown out. And then there's a debate ooh, did the third run score? And they show a replay, and the guy who was on first originally got to about 40 feet from home plate, and there was.
Are you talking about that, or are you talking about Vierling earlier in the game?
No, I'm talking about last night.
Okay, so that happened a second time. I was at a friend's house and had it muted last night, so I saw what was going on, but I didn't hear the commentary later on. That's
Yeah, it was like, well, because like Benetti was, there was a national game, so like you take what you can
Yeah.
with those. So Benetti was calling it, and he, I don't know, he was like reading the mouth of the umpire. He said I had him scoring, but like he was talking about the runner before him, but Benetti didn't know that. So Benetti like leaves like as they're going to commercial, like did the third run score, and then it cuts to commercial.
Yeah.
So it was just just like cliffhanger.
I think people tend to be they complain too much about national broadcasts,
Yeah,
the commentators in general. But I will say, I'm going to contradict myself. I wasn't very impressed with Verducci last night from what I did hear.
No, he wasn't. But
doesn't
I mean,
like-
Benetti was great as always. But I was like, who's
Yeah.
this other guy? I don't like him.
He's a good
he
writer.
doesn't bring anything to the broadcast. He just says general nothings, and that's what I don't like
Yeah.
about Verducci.
I hadn't heard the commentary about Torkelson wanting to, making an adjustment previously to try to hit pitches in the top half of the zone, and how that actually made things worse for him. So that was interesting. But like he's good at that. He's good at like anecdote that he probably needed for an article he wrote, kind of stuff. But like that doesn't necessarily always translate to play by play.
I like him at the MLB Network desk. I
Yeah.
don't like him in the booth.
Agreed.
I begrudgingly like when I watch a national broadcast. I do like it when AJ Przinsky does it. I hate to admit it, but I do like the way he calls it.
I
should touch of the
I
red
should
ass.
not, just because of where he played, but I actually kind of like him too, to be honest, as a broadcaster.
And I think it's because he doesn't pretend like he's not going to pretend like he's the smartest guy in the room. Everyone knows he's AJ Przinsky. He's the guy that got punched in the face. Like everyone knows. No, that was Barrett. What am I thinking for Przinsky? He's
Well,
still
they
got
fought
punched
each
in the
other.
face.
No, they fought each other. That's
Oh, that's right.
I don't know which one got punched, but they definitely fought each other.
I like
And,
how they
like-
keep showing the graphic and the replay of the Grand Slam 150 times. That's
I
really
was just
great.
about to
Thanks
say.
for.
Lane Thomas versus Tarek Skubal. There's nothing that significant that ever has come up in this matchup before, right?
No, that's never happened. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm still in awe his pants don't rip running to first. His pants
Yeah.
are so tight. Like, it's distracting. I said this as a straight dude, and I cannot get over it. Is that how Detroit gets female fandom? In the
I
same?
don't think so. No.
That's a stretch.
They need to have a Tarek Skubal yoga pants night,
Yes.
There you go.
That's freaking awesome.
because that's basically how tight they are.
Yeah, I guess I watched a bunch of interviews that he gave and stuff over the off season, and he's been asked about that. And I guess it's like with his high leg kick, like he likes it having them tighter because it doesn't the material doesn't get in the way or anything.
You just
Oh,
screwed for
well.
the same thing I did, I think.
Yeah,
Didn't even make it to the
Noel.
warning trick.
Yeah.
Oh
that
no,
looked,
I'm not there yet.
It looked nice coming off the bat.
Lots of early hacks against Skubal so far.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
because the batting average against him on the first pitch is way higher than anything else. Because he attacks the zone, so
Veerling made that a little
But-
more interesting than he needed to.
The little hop.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
yeah. See the batting average against Skubal on first pitches is like 320 or something. So that means your best because he hits the strike zone all the time, but that also means he can get through 2 innings and 17 pitches if you attack him
Well,
on the first pitch.
Additionally, though, he hit through 2 innings and 5 pitches. If Hinch takes him out after 6 anyway, what's the harm? So
I think Hinch is going to
Well,
leave
we'll
him
see.
in longer.
now that we're deeper into the season, you think the leash will be a little longer.
Yeah, especially because our bullpen needs the rest. So.
That's true. That's a good point.
This is an aside, but do you guys ever watch the like if it's a national broadcast, do you watch the game day, the new updates they did to game day in the last like year or two?
No.
No.
So
nothing.
I just watched this. I never watched it like this way, but they have this I'll scoot it over
Oh,
here.
the dudes on the field and
Oh,
all that.
Yeah,
that thing.
this is awesome. I love this so
It
much.
always glitches out for me on my phone.
Well, it's
whenever
very
I-
slow.
Yeah, it doesn't really work for me. So
But they even have like a 3D one now. Like it actually like it brings you like behind the catcher. Like the camera sucks on it, but in general, I think that's really cool. I love that a lot. But I just noticed it on I guess on the computer here. Also not for nothing. I'll zoom this in here, but look how just cavernous. Oh no, it took it away. Crap. Sorry everyone. Look how big Comerica's outfield is.
So much green.
Outrageous.
yeah, and they've brought it in twice.
Used to be what 420 or 425 to dead center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like initially.
Now you can still see the old wall. Actually, that came into play yesterday, didn't it? That's when Naylor hit the wall over the yellow line in left center.
Yeah.
And Ooh. Oh, that's a mess. Whoopsie. Oh, that's not a good play. Logan, what we doing here, buddy?
Oh boy, Liz, somehow you're ahead of me by like a good amount.
Yeah,
I'm just a man ahead of his time. What can I say?
Oh, that's a throw.
Yep.
This is
Actually,
going
what I'm
into
gonna-
right field, isn't it? Yeah.
It should have.
Good job by Manzardo to come off the bag
All right.
and make sure it stayed in front of him.
All right. Tell me when you see him throw a next pitch, because I'm pausing, so I'm not a minute ahead of you guys. So whenever Alan
Do you want to
throws
know
his-
when?
when he throws to Torkelson
release
first. First pitch to Torkelson, it just hit the glove for me.
They're
It's
showing
the-
replays.
It's the catcher's glove, is what you want to know.
Yes,
Okay.
hits the catcher's glove, first pitch to Torkelson. And that way I'm not spoiling anything.
All right, just now.
There we go.
I'm way behind. Now.
I'll cut the middle then. So Lee, you're going to
That's
be
fine.
10 seconds ahead of us. But
The game day is going to be like 3 pitches ahead of all of us anyway. So
oh, that's fine.
I just gotta not watch that.
Yeah, for a second I thought you were pausing the game day somehow, and I was like, "That's amazing. How do you do that?" That
Yeah,
is
that'd be
nuts.
great.
Not that good. Still, like, underrated play, but Manzardo just probably saved, what, at least second, maybe third base by catching that throw by Allen.
Oh, absolutely.
They're probably just second. Riley Green isn't the fastest guy.
And who's playing second? Whoever's playing second
Yeah.
is backing up. I don't know if that's down.
That's a double, yeah. I thought Riley Green was fast, really. Is that
He's
new?
fast, but he's not the fastest.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
he's not. I think he's like he's like average, just slightly above average, but
Still.
He's not a burner.
The thing is, he doesn't look fast, so it always throws me off. The thing is that's always used to describe him is he looks like he's running with bricks in his shoes.
Sure. Well, I mean, he's definitely put on muscle. Like, he
Yeah.
looks thicker.
Let's see.
As someone
His-
who
his-
runs like he has
Okay,
bricks
yeah.
in his shoes, I can relate.
His sprint speed is 39 percentile.
What was it his rookie year?
His rookie year, it was 50
Okay.
or 60. I can't read. Yeah, so it's gone down.
Oh, tag him out! Tag him out! Tag him out!
Keep
Oh.
Third, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Who was that third? Yeah, Torkelson could do nothing about that. I guess he was probably too far off the base, but, like,
First step needed to be back.
I'm
Because he takes a
surprised.
good couple
Yeah, he
steps.
does.
He should
Yeah,
have
he did
froze.
watch that.
yeah.
I wonder if the contact play wasn't on and Green just decided nope. Like,
It's like, nah.
I'll pass this time. Which contact play came up really big for Cleveland yesterday?
Jeez.
Actually worked for once.
I don't know. I feel like everyone, like the Twins, play it always. Like that's just the default set is to play the contact play.
With one out, I think it makes more sense.
Mm.
But
Joey Cora knows nothing except to tell everyone to run.
all right, 2 outs. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna run.
Yep.
Hinch looking around like he doesn't know what's going on.
Seems about right. Wondering where the trash cans are.
Just being, I was just being silly. You didn't have to go there.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Who am I to talk? My team has the poster child of that
Yeah.
scandal.
Yeah.
Commissioner
Actually, they've
Fowler.
had both of them because I think Marwin Gonzalez benefited the most
Oh
from
my
that
God.
scandal. They signed
got
him right
paid.
after that year.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but there was a book a couple years ago. It was really good, but like I understand he was like AJ Hinch. He was like a rookie manager or first. No, it was the second team. They said that he knew the scandal was going on. Obviously, we're talking about the Astros 2017 scandal. I don't think we actually said it, but they said like he let it go on because the team he originally started for, he was a rookie manager, and there was some superstar that just got in his face always, so he didn't want to like upset the apple cart, and things were going well, so he just kind of let it happen. And yeah,
Yeah,
I
by
read
all
that book.
accounts, Hinch was like, I mean, to blame to a certain extent because you're the manager, right? But like, it's not like he was doing it. It's not like he was the mastermind
He was
behind
just-
it or anything.
He was just like, it was more Cora. Which
Yeah, it was
um,
Cora.
it's
Cora
interesting
and
that
Beltran.
Cora's brother is now on Hinch's staff, but
yeah.
and then yeah, Beltran for sure.
It's I don't know. People can't really see my camera, but it's Cheated by Andy Martino. It was pretty good.
I read that too, but it was a while ago, and to be honest with you, I don't remember it very well for some reason.
Right. Oh look, runners still on the corners. What did I miss here? Oh, Dingler strikes out.
Ellen, yeah, struck out Dingler.
Francis Dylan Dingler struck out. Not foul.
Francis.
His first name is Francis,
Oh, Franny.
which means he chose to go by the name Dylan Dingler.
Wouldn't you if your name was Francis?
Yeah.
Would you want to be
Frank
Fanny Dingler?
Frank Dingler.
Oh, that's awful.
Awful, but pretty awesome. You should one day a week for Players Weekend. If they bring that back, you should just put Fanny on his.
Oh, apparently they're not doing the nicknames, which sucks because I want the nicknames to be great.
Yeah, I liked it, but a lot of those nicknames were just let's shorten up their name to the first consonant for the first syllable and call it.
Add a Y.
Yeah. Yep. I did like Luis Ariz. He was I'm gonna butcher the Spanish pronunciation. It was like La Regrata, but it's Spanish for the sprinkler, which is great for him. Love that.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't. But if we don't do nicknames, we won't get Veerling wearing Sherman.
I don't get it.
His nickname is Sherman for some reason.
I was about to say, is there a context for that, or just
Nah, I'm just gonna leave that hanging there. No, for I don't know. Apparently, in the minor leagues, the team that he played for, like the mascot is named Sherman, and he was known as Sherman.
Okay.
I don't know. That's
Does he look like the
only
mascot?
explanation. I don't know. But Sherman.
Baez probably has the coolest nickname still active, right?
It's definitely.
Who has a
up
better
there.
one?
I mean, besides Dick Mountain.
I mean,
Big
Rich Hill was all.
Big Christmas.
Big Christmas is good. I do like that.
Yeah,
I think
Andy
they
Dirks
were
has been trying to
five.
get Javi Houdini to catch on.
He already
I
has a
like-
cool one. You don't need it to catch on.
Yeah, I don't know what Andy's trying to do there.
Force a nickname, which we all know is the coolest way to get a nickname.
Yeah.
I do like, it took me forever to figure it out. So Austin Hedges catching gear, it says hog on it. I took me like, why is it hog? Like, I don't get it. Like, if anything, it should be hedge. Oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tigers threaten but fail to score.
Another
Yay.
classic Guardian starting pitching inning.
Yeah.
Load him up, fumble through it, walk a guy. So you guys are going to get tired of hearing me say that, but I'm tired of watching it. So we're all suffering together.
Oh, you're tired of what? Yeah. Okay. So it's the ones who never score on it. Yeah. You're tired of it.
We'd be three
Tigers
games up right-
threaten but fail to score.
We'd be 3
It's
games
a-
up right now instead of 3 games down if we could starting pitch worth a darn. Me and
That
my
is
problems.
weird this year that they do have. I mean, Cleveland has had a positive run differential, but I always feel like they're really close because their
Their
pitching.
Pythagorean win-loss is always lower than their actual win-loss,
Right.
it feels.
I'd have to
Which,
fact
like,
check.
yes, predictively, you should carry that to next year, and Cleveland should be worse. But it's been doing that since I don't know.
Beginning of the-
Nap Lajaway. Oh, I was so happy. I made a miss. I thought of the wrong player when we were recording last time. I think I said that Carlos Santana was younger than me. I was wrong. He's 39. I'm 37. 36.
The
Congratulations.
Guardians. The
Very
Guardians had the youngest team in Major League Baseball 3 years running, and I think that
Mhm.
ended this year just because Carlos Santana killed the curve.
Right.
Seawald didn't help it either before he got hurt, but I think still no longer the youngest team.
Well, Detroit has to be in that. They're getting a little older, but not really.
They're like third youngest batter age, I know. Their pitching is going to be a bit older, but they're really young.
Well, it can't be that much older. They got rid of Maeda. Scooble's, what, 27,
But we
28?
also have Scooble is 28. We also have Brebbia, who's 35, and
Yeah.
Canley is like 33 or something.
We got it. Nobody's hitting anyone hard. You had one hard hit by Veerling,
It was an out.
and it was an out. What's
The
expected
only-
batting
The
average
only
here?
ball in play that was more likely to be a hit than not.
Cleveland's expected batting average is 0.34.
Yeah, that's because Scooble
No.
just strikes everyone out.
Another first
Or
pitch
like-
out.
Yep.
How's Meadows' rehab?
Yeah, so he's in AAA now. I haven't looked at like how he's doing like performance wise, but
That
he's
doesn't matter though.
yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so he's in AAA just because like the schedules and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully he'll be back soon. I miss him. I want him back. And maybe we won't have to have Justin Henry Malloy all the time because Justin Henry, I like him, but he can't hit. He walks a lot, but he's not really a good hitter, and he's not great defensively. So.
Just because I've been waiting for a platform to say this, but does anyone wish that any dropped strike or any pass ball you should be able to steal first,
Eddie.
regardless of the count? I'd love it, but maybe I'm the only one.
That feels like
Eh.
chaos to me.
Yeah, that feels a little chaos.
I don't know. I like it still. I guess I'll just have to watch the Savannah Bananas if I want to do it, if I want to see it.
Yeah, I also feel like it would like never work.
Why?
it'd have to be a really far pass ball or to steal first from home.
I mean, but like any pass ball though that gets by the catcher, that's not a foul tip. Yeah, just something. I agree. They'll never do it.
Yep. According to Fangraphs, our highest position player with the highest WAR is Zach McKinstry, just as we all predicted.
Yep. Oh, I like B-War better because I feel like it's more grounded. Like, I feel like it gives the benefit to what actually happened, where Fangraphs, like, I like
Really
expected
not
numbers,
part of
but
that
you're leaning too
report.
heavily on it. But I don't know.
School is now at 25 pitches for 3
And
innings.
I'm getting this out the way real fast. He is perfect through 3.
There you go.
Gee,
put that out
thanks. Hey, in the first playoff game against you guys, he was perfect through the first 4.1. It's also really funny. So, okay, this is bad of me, but I will, during Scooble starts especially, I will go into opposing subs team game day threads, and I just like every time they get a hit, they'll be like, "Well, the no hitter is over, so we won't get no hit every single time against Scooble because
Right.
it feels like it's always a threat for him."
Do you utter the phrase that you're coming in peace?
No, I just watch.
Or you just-
I
will
don't say
sometimes.
anything. I just watch. And then the other one is whenever Reese Olson is pitching and absolutely dealing, I just like going and seeing all the comments of why are we getting shut out by a 12-year-old because it's really funny.
I don't
Because
go
he
really
looks
quick with
maybe
K-Press.
14.
I will say, they took it away when they went to the Guardians TV. I liked being able to watch the other team's broadcast every once in a while, just to get an idea of what they were saying about the Guardians. But you can't do that
Yeah,
now.
that's
Oh,
Oh,
really?
you can't?
Individual package. No.
Oh, because you're
Really?
blacked out on that feed.
I can watch any other game that isn't the Guardians. I can watch either broadcast, but for the Guardians games, I can only watch the Guardians feed.
That's because I have Twins TV. I don't know why I paid extra for it, but I did. But I can watch both broadcasts.
Huh.
But I'm also out of market, so
That's
rules
probably
don't apply
why
to me
then.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to like wait until after the game because I'm blacked out. Because otherwise, they got FanDuel Sports Network Detroit.
Yeah, I don't miss that stupid intro and outro.
Yeah.
No, it's not great.
I mean, granted,
I'll
any
say-
of those, like, you're going to get tired of them within the first 2 weeks anyway, but the one for Guardians and now Twins TV is much better.
Completely inoffensive.
Yes.
I will
I
say, I mentioned
still-
this on the show originally. I'm happy with the broadcast in
Yeah.
general on MLB now. Like, they've been, other than that goofiness that happened the first day, and that day that we had the suspended game, it took me a while to find the game when it started back up. Other than that, it's been great.
Yep.
Sorry for talking over you, Lee.
No, you're good. I still keep getting advertisements for Guardians TV whenever I watch other games on LV TV. I must
Maybe
just
they're trying
like
to tell you
location wise, I must
Yeah.
be close enough because I'm like an hour away, 45 minutes away from Ohio, so I must just be close enough that like the location is like, oh, good enough. We're gonna spam you with the ad.
I still get some of them too, and I'm in Connecticut, so.
But it's only Guardians one. I don't get it for like
Mm-hmm.
Twins TV or any. I don't know what the other ones are, but it's
Well,
only that one.
Twins don't want your money anyway. Dirty Detroit money.
The Pohlads want to stay bankrupt. That's their thing.
Yeah. Oh, the god.
They want to stay in $400 million of debt or whatever the hell it is.
That's not baseball related debt. I'm convinced they have moved.
It has.
They're commercial realtors. Tell me how good commercial real estate's been going in the last 5 years. I cannot believe that they've lost $425 million of baseball operations.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's what's worrying. They have not mentioned anything about the sale since Ishbia pulled out.
we have all this debt, but we're also going to give all this money to this guy whose ankle might explode at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's weird. His ankle hasn't been the issue at all since
Yeah.
he signed that contract. It's been plantar
No.
fasciitis in both feet. Like 1 year, they could switch feet, and then this year his wrist. They're not even calling it an injury. I don't. It's weird.
He's got a
How
boo-boo.
old is he?
30?
Okay. I wasn't sure if he was over 30 or because I knew 30 was somewhere involved.
But I'm at the point. Like, is the contract going to age well? Probably not. But like, I refuse to believe that's a bad contract because it's only 6 years. It's already half over. Like, this is the third year of a 6 year, and then like they can control him up until 10 years. I find that very hard to believe that's going to be an absolute wash, especially I guess like what sucks is the Polats just decided they can cut payroll with that contract on there.
Yeah. There's a lot of discussion with Javi of, okay, so if he plays like this for the next 3 years, does that make his contract not the worst contract in baseball history? Or
without
like,
a doubt.
does it make his,
Yeah, absolutely.
or does it make his contract at least somewhat worth it?
I would even. I mean, it's been bad, but who has it stopped them from signing?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
But I agree. Like, it still sucks. You wish you had the $25 million to go somewhere, but
Yeah. I don't know that we would have signed anyone else. So.
no, I can see because Skubal has 2 years team control left.
This year and next year, yeah.
Yeah,
Alternatively, who could you have extended with it?
I'm about to say that's where I was going with it. Yep.
Yeah.
But not everyone's like Class A who wants to sign
oh,
away
yeah.
as. Oh, that's
Got
a
him.
nice play.
Got him.
That was a-
Didn't got him.
Ooh, oh,
Another
he
way.
dropped it.
That was a catch. God damn it.
They did
Stop
not play
it.
Manzardo at first at all last year, and they're
Mhm.
finally dabbling with it now, and it's been fine. I kind of don't know what they were so afraid of. That was a tough scoop. So
The Twins do that too.
And
I don't
Torres
like-
tripped coming back, too.
Oh yeah, he was cooked.
the conspiracy theory to me last year was that Naylor refused to not play first or something. Like he was feeling away about the fact they had traded for his replacement, and I don't know. That's just hearsay on my part, but
Yeah, I don't know. The Twins do that too. I don't understand why they get. I understand why you're involved in every play at first base, and like you got to figure out when to dive. But like you're just catching the ball chest high 98% of the time, and then you just work on your scoops. Why?
Right? Like, players will, a lot of the time, like 50% of the time, say first base is the easiest position to play.
Yeah.
So you just stand
I
there.
think it's the. I say this as a former first baseman, so maybe now I feel away, but I think it's the easiest position, like the lowest barrier to entry.
Yeah.
But to play it at a high level is actually more involved than people realize. in
Sure.
my opinion. But to play it average is a lot easier than a lot of
Yes,
places.
that bargain. I mean, it all depends. Can you read the ball as it's hitting the ground?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to tell you my 7th grade baseball league in South Dakota was high competition, but like you can figure it out.
I was a perfectly adequate high school baseball player who tried to play D3 pitching I tried to pitch D3 for a year, and it went well enough that I decided not to pursue it anymore. So
Sure.
Yeah. I did not play baseball at all. So.
Did you play softball at all?
No, so when I was a kid, there was like like I could have signed up to do softball and stuff, but no, I wanted to do baseball, not softball.
Sure.
I wanted to do baseball, and also because I did soccer, and I'm pretty sure this is what I remember, but I don't know if I'm like making that up. I'm pretty sure my mom said that if I wanted to do softball / baseball, I would have had to quit soccer, and I didn't want to quit soccer, so. But I was very particular as a 9-year-old that I wanted to do baseball, not softball.
You know what
oddly
you want.
enough, my wife was the exact same way. She played Little League until a certain grade, and then they split it, and she was upset about it and decided not to pursue it any further. So
When I was like 7, my uncle got me a softball. I have no idea why. It's not an uncle I saw that much. I was like, "What ball is this?
What the hell is this?
What the
Get
hell
this
is
filth
this?"
out of here.
Yeah. It was- I don't
It's
know why,
funny, though.
but I just got the softball. I didn't go get like anything else to go with it. It was just the one softball.
Just the ball.
Yeah. But this is
It's-
when I lived in England, so it was soccer then. Yeah.
You lived in England?
Yeah, for like 3 years when I was ages 5 to 8. That's why I didn't get into baseball until I was like 9, 8.
They don't know what it is over there.
No. Also, we didn't get American sports to watch, shockingly.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. So I played soccer. I was good at it, too. Played it till high school.
Did you ever play cricket?
No.
Okay.
A little too advanced for my school.
Yeah, at that age,
Only
yeah.
had.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Good.
And during recess, it was a really small school because it was a private school. But there was like, by the time I hit 2nd grade, there was only like 15 of us, and there was a group of like 5 boys who would play soccer, and I would make it 3v3. But we didn't have enough people to do cricket.
If
Really.
if
I don't think-
wiffle cricket isn't a thing, it should be.
Right.
That'd be something. I think the rules are also a bit complicated for 7-year-olds to play during recess.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched the John Boy video where he tries to explain it multiple times, and I still don't think I entirely understand. So
I think
Maybe
I
this is more
understand it
about me,
after watching that video. I think I get it, but I'm not 100%. I had to watch it a few times. I had to watch a few other videos in order to like get it. But
Well, Cleveland gets out of another jam. I know that was the previous inning, but glossed over that.
yeah, another bases loaded, failed to score. Yay. Say the line, Dan Dickerson. Tigers threatened but failed to score.
walks in the inning for Allen though. So
Yeah, at least we're getting to him. It's like he's at like what 65 pitches or something, 60 something. So
Have the
This is
Guardians
that.
hit the ball out of the infield yet?
I don't think so.
there was a couple flyouts.
What is their expected average here? Their expected batting is 058,
It's up.
and we're in the
It's up.
4th inning. Yeah.
they had 2 flyouts in the 1st or 2nd. So,
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. 269 for the Tigers, but yeah, you look at Nolan. All right, Nolan Jones. Is he just wash? Like, what is the point of him on this team?
So we talked about it on the show. I was kind of wondering what they were going to do with when Thomas came up, when he was ready to get off the IL, and they had just brought Will Brennan up from the minors when they sent Rocchio down.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, this is weird. We've got 2 left-handed outfielders that both play right field. I got to figure maybe Jones is going to go down or is going to be DFA'd. Brennan ended up on the IL. And that's how they got Thomas on the roster. And I didn't even know Brennan had an injury.
Mhm.
I kind of wonder how severe of an injury it is, to be honest with you. I don't know. But that was the move. Anyway, to answer your original question, I don't see it with Jones at this point. It's not working out. I know the peripherals looks pretty good. The StatCast data look pretty good, but he strikes out so much that it doesn't matter that he hits the ball hard when he hits it, I feel like.
What does he do well? Like, what is his claim at this point? Is it defense?
Nothing. I don't-
Yeah, like that's what
Um,
I don't know.
He's been willing to play all 3 outfield positions. He's got a good arm. But he did hit a ball into the second deck in Washington a couple weeks ago. But
Okay.
the potential to hit the ball hard is what he's got. And
Mhm.
that requires you to make contact.
Right. I mean, he has to be happy to be out of Colorado, but maybe not because he would be like play everyone. But
Yeah.
Ooh, 99. That high fastball.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
Arias has not put up good at bats so far today. He was out on 3 pitches the first time, and that was a bad chase. He's coming down to earth a little bit, unfortunately.
I was about to say that was
Skubal
Skubal saying.
Skubal will gets a lot of strikeouts in the high fastball.
Yeah. Bert Blyleven is furious about all those high fastballs. It's all you heard for 20 years with Bert Blyleven in the Twins booth was you've got to stay away from the high fastball or you get crushed, let alone it's like a gold mine for strikeouts. Also home runs. So like,
yeah. I just checked to make sure my recollection was right. Yeah. Jones is 97th percentile in exit.
Nope.
Not well enough.
Sorry.
37 pitches, 4 innings.
Swinging early.
Yeah, that's how you get Skubal, right? Is you swing early.
Yeah.
But that's also how you get him to 37 pitches in 4 innings.
Ooh, it was a home run in one park, Wrigley. All right.
Wow. Nice.
Look at that.
That makes up for the ball that he hit last night that was a triple. That would have been a home run in 27 parks or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Maybe that was 2 nights ago.
Comerica holds your fraud home run.
That one hit brought their expecting average to 0.77. Look at that.
Can the Tigers score now? We keep getting bases loaded and then miraculously stop being able to hit over the infield.
Nah, it's okay if they don't.
Yeah, I very much insist.
But yeah, so Jones's average exit velo is 97th percentile. His hard hit is 89th. So he, like I said, he hits the ball hard when he hits the ball, but he's 12th percentile in K rate. So,
I don't think they're what's his strikeout percentage?
28%.
What's the percentile?
A little lower than I thought it'd be, actually.
Well, actually, that's really not that bad because what league average is 25.
Well, he's 12th percentile in it, so
yeah, that's not great. Yeah, go look at. I bet put it side by side with Miguel Sano's from 2 years ago, and I bet it looks eerily identical.
And then his arm value is super. He's 99th percentile arm strength, so
yeah.
Arm and the ability to maybe hit the ball hard if he hits it.
Right. I'll start giving him a canoe paddle, and maybe he can get a base hit. It is still weird to read Jose Ramirez flies out to center fielder, Javi Baez.
Oh, it's great.
Also, did anyone see Bregman might be going on the IL for the Red Sox?
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
now they even said
Is
that
Devers going to play third now?
No, he said it. They said it's unlikely, which is just great.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's actually really funny. Just now they want me to play third, but I'm not going to. Or does the Red Sox not want him to play third? Maybe they're afraid if they let him play third, he won't leave third.
Just never leave.
Yeah, but they're pulling up Marcelo Mayer.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, did you see the? Apparently, he didn't leave Worcester because he couldn't find his car keys.
I saw
that. He got a ride from someone.
Also, does somebody have baby birds in the background?
I hear that too. I don't think
I hear it too. Hold on,
not me.
That's me.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's very therapeutic. There are more offensive sounds.
So, you guys, I know for a fact, Eric, you had rain for like a week.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know my geography well enough. You beat it out. We get these little harmless bugs, flies. They're called midges. You may remember the 2007 ALDS game against the Yankees where they infested the ballpark. We've had those really bad this weekend because of all the rain we got.
Ew.
Yep.
And on the positive side, their existence means the lake is healthy, which is awesome. But they're annoying. And the reason you're probably hearing birds chirping is they're feasting on midges right now. So.
By the way, Lee, did you change chairs? I feel like that. I haven't heard some squeaking.
There
it is. Okay.
I just haven't been moving around a lot. Oh,
Fair
I
enough.
found at the dumpster at my work. I found another chair.
Stop
left it there.
taking chairs from dumpsters. Stop
I-
it.
I did take it. I left it there, but I thought about it. But
Leave it. Like,
it'd been raining, so
Dumpster
I
chair.
didn't want to. Yeah,
tetanus is not okay.
Well, you wouldn't get tetanus from a chair. I mean, it wasn't in the dumpster.
No,
it
but
was
the
just
rusty
next-
ass bolt that sticks out of it, you'll get it.
No, it's all plastic. It was all plastic, so it's.
You don't know that.
I suppose plastic would be less likely to creak.
I think this one's all plastic.
No, never mind.
What do you think of Vote? They keep showing him on the screen here.
I like him.
Yeah.
Francona,
Francona like, or it's way too soon
Oh,
for
yeah.
that, I know.
absolutely. I mean, I
Really?
wouldn't go as far as to say like he's got a long way to go to be at that level.
Of
but
course.
the characteristics are similar. He's a leader
Yeah.
of men. He's a clubhouse guy. Ooh, that's it well.
Yeah,
Right
it
at
is.
him.
Right at him, though.
He's
The caption. I have closed captions on, and it says Tingler instead of Dingler.
but with Vote, yeah, it's about chemistry, and I think he was an awesome transition to go from Francona to him.
Mhm.
Tactically, I think he's generally good with some times where he just needs to kind of have some experience.
Yeah.
But no, I'm super pleased with him at large. Like he's been awesome.
No. He seems like the type he has a shot of whiskey before he leaves his office to go to the game.
Cannot confirm.
But you can't deny either.
Cannot deny either.
Yeah, another. I mean, this hit happened before. What was it? A single by. See, a single by Malloy. Lee, give him some credit.
It's a little infield single. Yeah, no, I mean he can hit, but he hasn't really been hitting much. So it's just he walks a good amount. So
My biggest offense with Justin Henry Malloy is that he spells his first name Justin Jystyn. That's
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop doing that.
and it's just a dash Henry.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh, that is weird.
My biggest
What?
defense with Justin Henry Malloy is that his name sounds like he should be an English playwright, not a outfielder for the Detroit Tigers.
He sounds like a creative player when you did like a franchise in MLB The Show and you're 30 years into it, and now Justin Henry
Yeah.
Malloy is the MVP.
Yeah, he was-
why is his first name that's going to annoy. So his last name is just Malloy.
Yeah, so I don't know about the first name, but I do remember that the Henry part comes from he's named after Hank Aaron. I don't know if I said
Well,
it.
it's like Carl Anthony Towns then.
Yeah, I need to look up because that's been like a question because like why is your name Justin Henry? Ooh, that's a nice hit.
Yeah, you are ahead
No,
of
it's
us.
not.
Ooh,
Ooh,
No,
that's
it's
nice
well,
McKinstry. Let's
well
go.
struck. All right.
Somebody's
Fire
dog.
up
likes it, too.
chips. Let's go.
That
That's
lady
me.
is excited.
McKinstry, have yourself. Oh yeah, and the jumbotron.
Yeah.
Z-Mac,
only-
he's really liked because he's kind of got the Don Kelly energy, and also because he's almost a local guy because he's from Toledo and he went to Central Michigan.
Could you put it more in the middle of the plate, Alan? Oh my god!
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
that 5 is
middle.
glaring.
God.
Why don't you just put it on a tee?
6:30. One second, I just want to see what.
To be fair to McKinstry, you have to execute, and he squared it up.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, that was a real nice hit.
Tigers had a few of those today where it's well struck and they just they find a glove.
What's the
Yeah,
weather
like,
like in
look at
Detroit
the-
today?
It's nice. It's pretty.
Is it
It's a
warm?
little chilly, but
Okay.
it's a little more on the chilly side. It's been like for some reason the past like week it's been in like the 50s.
Yeah.
But I think it's warming up. So
We
I'm
pretty
in
much all
Ann
have the
Arbor,
same
so I'm
climate.
yeah, I'm like an hour away, but it's close enough. Yeah, right now it's in Ann Arbor. It's 60 and sunny. Nice. There we go.
That was not a home run in 5 parks. Who are you? Fenway. Okay. It would have gone out in Coors. I refuse that. Yeah, the other
Yeah,
one's
it's not accounting for the air difference. It's just
right.
distance. That was too hard hit to not get out in course.
Right.
Let's go, Javi.
Allen looking a little rickety now all of a sudden.
I'll say. Who's left in the bullpen today?
Oh, man. You know,
There's that
No,
guy they pulled up in replace of Gaddis, right?
well,
He
nobody's
didn't pitch.
pitched back. Nobody's pitched back-to-back days, so they should be able to, if needed, go to pretty much anybody they need to. Really,
Sure. Who's the mop up? Not that we're anywhere near this. This is like it's a 2-0 game in the 4th. So like I'm not suggesting that.
Oh yeah, that's right. They brought Nick Enright up. That's who you're. Who's a decent prospect relief pitcher. It's nice to actually see him maybe get an opportunity to pitch at the big league level if the opportunity arises.
Looks
So
like
he'd obviously
they're
be available.
showing who's warming up. I can't tell who that is.
That's
Like
Junis.
Junis.
Yeah. Who has been used in this scenario fairly often this year. They've kind of been searching for this early in the game, who do they go to? And it seems like they've landed on Junis at this point to kind of keep games close that they fall behind early.
I just want to check. Do the Twins? I want to see. Like, I want the Twins. They play at 2:10, which we're also going to be talking that game too. But I want like Carson McCusker, who is the 6'8" gigantic dude, has not got. Oh, good. He's playing right field today. Good. I just want to see him get like at least 10 at bats because I think Wallner's coming back here pretty soon. Ooh, nice pickoff.
We throw to second base more than any team. I feel like.
Yeah, that's. I feel like
stat.
nobody else really throws to second.
We do it a lot.
Veerling's got some good contact, but it's always just been right at guys.
You're gonna try to run on him. Yep.
Oh, look at that go. Would have beat him.
It would have been close.
Yeah.
But I think he would have made it.
Has anyone said he looks like he's not this player, but he looks like Puig? Please tell me somebody else has noticed
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, that's a comp for him. Like personality wise, no way. But as a player, like I think they're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a good projection for what Noel could be if he's
Puig or Cespedes, do you think? Because I feel like Puig was faster. I don't know who else faster, but
Cespedes is a good one too. I had always thought Puig just because of the body type.
Yeah.
And Noel he's a decent athlete. I don't know if he's as good of an athlete as Puig was, but I'd still say Puig. If I was thinking about like
there we go.
Their statistical outcomes, I'd say Puig.
Ooh, that's a double at least.
Yeah. Bonesaw. I finally get to use that.
His Gleyber
saw.
Yeah, the celebration that they do on second after extra base hits.
Is Gleyber 1-for-1 with 2 walks? I'm pretty sure he is.
I think he is. It sounds right.
Yeah.
Gleyber Torres, yes, 1-for-1, 2 walks.
I feel like he's walked like 7 times this series, at least.
Oof, look at that.
Very well could be pitching around him. That was a good hack. Swings are getting more confident.
Yeah. I mean, they were looking good before then, but yeah, now they're just landing. I feel like this could have also been the second inning.
Yeah.
But just so everyone is also knows, Scooble still has a perfect game. You're welcome, Lee. I knew you wanted to let everyone know that.
All right, Andy's 1 OPS against the Guardians is showing.
These are all lasers now. Christ. In this inning, they have now 4 hits over 4 balls over 100 miles an hour.
Dang. I like the pitch count discrepancy. Allen is at 94. Skubal was at 37.
Yeah.
I'm a kind of bit obsessed with Tarek Skubal, but
Fair. He's
I think
only
it's
the
very
best
fair.
pitcher in the league.
Yeah. And he's gotten better this year. Like his stats aren't necessarily showing it, but like his stuff is. Yeah.
Has Carl come out to the mound this inning? Does anybody know
Yes.
this? He has.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like maybe they should go talk to him, but okay, never mind.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, they
It
had a
didn't work.
mound meeting.
No, it
Yeah,
didn't work.
they had a mound meeting, and then he gave up a double and a single.
I somehow blocked that part out. Traumatized by the 100 exit velo 4 times in a row. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Oh, there we go. Throw it to
Oh, what?
first. Step and throw. Step and throw. Oh my.
Oh
God.
my
Nice.
goodness!
You gotta be
Wow. Oh my God! Cue the music. What the hell was that?
Joey Core windmill stops for nobody.
Those are the kind of plays that weren't happening last year that give me the most
Yeah.
trepidation about this team this year.
Well, that's the second throw this game. Can Allen just not throw to first?
His just I'm not trying to speak like an expert, like I was saying earlier, played a little bit of ball, but my opinion is his footwork on that was garbage. Like he should have set his feet in such a way that he was pointed towards first base when he picked up the ball. Then all you have to do is step and throw. And instead he came around it, and then he had to turn his whole body to throw, and now he's rushing. And
Yeah. Looks like
another nice job by Manzardo to keep it in front, but evidently it didn't help.
Did his best. I don't think he was expecting Ibanez to try and go home there because that is a little insane.
Well, you're kind of playing with house money at that point. I don't see why you wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if because he was probably off on he probably wasn't off on contact, or else he would have been sliding. But yeah, I don't know because he almost airmailed it into right in the second inning, whatever it is, and now
Yeah, it was. I think it was the second.
bounced it. Yeah, I like the.
You guys have gotten the full Guardians starting pitching experience this weekend. You've gotten the good consistency, the consistency where they fumble through like 5 innings and it ends up going okay, and then the inconsistency where it's fumbling through and then it blows up in the 4th. So I feel
I did see
that's all.
in the preview. It was interesting. I don't know if I could pull it up again to see it, but like comparing the pitchers, it was kind of interesting to see the ERAs were similar, but Skubal with 79 strikeouts and Allen with like 34 or whatever it was this season.
He's had good outings this year too. It's like I said, it's a matter of staying effective, staying on the corners, and a lot of these balls in this inning have been middle of the plate. So, yes, they've seen him a third time now, but also
they've been hitting him well all game.
Not to be cliche, but you got to execute the pitches, and middle of the zone's not going to do it when you're throwing 91.
Jacob. I hate that it's a C for Jacob. Granted, I have a boring name
Oh,
that's spelled
first
the
pitch,
correct way.
hit by pitch. That's a
Hit him. Oh my
start.
God.
Yeah, that's a auspicious start there. Ow,
might be
inside elbow.
We might be seeing today, or this
Oh,
series,
no.
how the
Uh-oh.
Guardians have such a good record while also such a negative run differential.
Oh,
I mean,
the
if you're
trainer
going to
came
lose,
out.
you're going to lose big. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that did not hit in a good spot.
I feel like that happened. Like I don't remember what games I was watching. That happened like 3 times yesterday. Somebody got hit in the
Is he
back
coming out?
forearm.
No, he went to first.
He's walking at first. He was walking somewhere, and I couldn't tell what the perspective
Yeah,
was.
no, they had a trainer come out, like move his arm a bit, but I guess that did not look like a good spot to get hit.
Yep. Everything's still connected. Get back out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like right there, which is ouch.
Yeah.
It's not a place you got much padding.
This is a nice touch. Nobody cares about this, but this is like, I like how Detroit has the dirt around the home plate in the shape of home plate. It's a nice touch. I like it.
I'm gonna be honest. I missed this.
I do miss.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I still kind of miss the dirt path, the little strip of dirt between.
Pinch is really pinch
Yeah.
hitting in the fourth inning of a game where you're winning 5-0.
Yes. Hey, the other against Boston, I think it was. He pinch hit in the third while up 10-0.
Well, that's because
I was about to say,
you're
I'm
getting
not.
the vets out of the game early because it's 10-0. Maybe.
Yeah, it was ruthless.
I mean, we did also just talk about if there's one team that's going to come back in the 7th through the 9th, it's Cleveland. So yeah, go ahead, tack
Fair.
on some runs. That's
I'm
fine.
not saying they should, let off the gas or anything. It's just there's 5 innings of ball game left. You'd think maybe you Sweeney somewhere else.
Mhm.
It kind of reminds me, it's a different sport, but so last season, during one of the Lions games against, I think it was the Jaguars, the Lions were up like 49-6 in the fourth quarter. Jags threw a pass. It was caught. It was like 40 yards. It would have been range for field goal or whatever. Dan Campbell challenges the play while up by 40 points in the fourth. And he's like, no, that wasn't a catch. And you know what? He was right. He also
It's right on
he
principle.
also went for it on fourth down while up by 40-something points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, exactly. Why not? It was pretty funny.
It's not your fault the other team can't stop you.
I like that the vote will sometimes challenge a play in a game we're winning like 10-2, but it'll be because like our hitter busted it down the first base line in a 10-2 game in the 8th inning, and he wants to positive
Reward
reinforcement. He wants to reward that.
Yeah,
Like we're still going to challenge it.
Mm-hmm.
Tigers expecting batting averages now at
Also, I don't know why I
2016. That's good. I like that. Finally, get me some runs.
I was about to say I was going to make a Stone Cold Steve Austin joke, but I don't think you guys have watched professional wrestling,
I
so
do not.
Very casually.
still love it. Never give it up.
Good game plan by the Guardians here. Let's just spot Scooble 5 runs.
It's about right.
It's always this worked
It's
out
all right.
fast.
We've scored 5 off a school before. This isn't
All right. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I regretted it as soon as I said it. I was like, oh, wait a second. All right.
Like, yeah. That's a very specific number.
Yeah. God. Grand Slam should be banned in the playoffs, except for when Maglio Ordonez hits them. That's Grand Slams have not
the
worked
most
out.
exciting play out of baseball. Right.
No, they have not worked well for the Tigers. It's how many times if I had a nickel for every time, but like David,
You'd have
Ortiz,
one nickel.
Thomas. I'd have
trying
two
to-
nickels.
I just want a base runner.
That's true.
Can I get a base runner?
I don't
We'll
know,
think
maybe
about it.
Maybe if you ask Scooble very nicely, he might.
Catcher's interference, anything?
So what is the bone saw? Like, I know that's their celebration, but where does that cut? Like, they're cutting deep? Is that what the Tigers
No,
are doing?
so in the I guess this was Canley's brainchild. In the Have you seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies?
I haven't. I'm sorry.
No. Okay, so there's this scene in the first Spider-Man movie when he first becomes Spider-Man or gets his powers. He goes to an underground wrestling
Oh,
cage
that's right.
fight
Okay.
thing.
I've seen this
Yeah.
scene, but yes. Yep.
Yeah, and the guy he faces is called Bonesaw, and like the thing and the crowd that everyone does is like that.
That.
Bonesaw. So
Do you know who that actually was? You probably it's Macho Man Randy Savage.
oh.
It's all about pro wrestling. What can I say? $99. I mean, he's only thrown
Top of the zone.
43 pitches, but
Hey, on a positive note, that was what, a 6-pitch at bat? Something like that.
that's where we're at. Oofta.
Talk about MLB the Show. You know, you would get your player would get like a few points just for having a 6-pitch at bat. So
It's
yeah, it's true.
I wouldn't
Grinding it
know. I
out.
never got there.
Yeah, I always swing at the first pitch and then either get a hit or an out. So
3-ball count. How did I get here? I've never been here before.
Yeah, what is this crap?
What do I do now?
It's either a hit or you hit me. There's no other.
he does not like walking guys.
I wish Logan Allen didn't like walking guys.
Yeah.
I think Scooble sees it as like a personal attack if you walk on him. It's like because he had that stretch that was, I mean, MLB record, where he had less than 1 ERA, 1 walk, and 50 strikeouts in the 6 starts. Which no one else has had less than 1 ERA and only 1 walk while having more than 40 strikeouts, and he did it with 50.
I'm not a 3-ball count. Come on. Oh
Ooh, that's well hit.
no, we've hit about 4 of those, which looked
Yeah.
good off the bat, and then just died.
Comerica holds that.
Yeah,
I mean, it is the worst part of the field to hit it, and anything in center could.
Yeah,
forget
dead
it.
center. It's kind of rough.
some of these people on the jumbotron are so happy.
I mean,
They were
really
finally
enough time.
winning a game. They're finally winning a game against
Finally.
Cleveland. They'll do it.
Well, to that point, you got your stopper on the mound today. Like, this is the guy that
Yeah.
should stop a losing streak.
That was a little close there, but
Throw it away. Oh,
well,
Perfect
that was a
3-5.
13 pitch inning. They're really getting to him now.
Yeah, true.
10 pitches per inning. Right now.
Run your hand through his hair.
He doesn't have much hair.
Calm down there, Rocco.
Do it anyway. I saw Karinchak got actually like axed from the White Sox, which if you get cut from the White Sox, maybe you're just that's it. That's the end of the road.
Yeah,
What did you
Perbia
think of
hasn't.
him before the
He was awesome that rookie
Mhm.
year when they first brought him up.
Yep.
And he was like Kate Smith 1.0 to me.
Yeah.
Like, high strikeout guy. He did it a little differently because he was fastball curveball. He was one of those guys. The idea at the time was fastballs up in the zone, curveballs down.
Yep.
A lot of guys were doing that at the time, and he was one of them. He could have really had a major role on the team for a long time, but command and I think you can tie some of the lack of performance to perhaps using some substances. I don't know,
Mhm.
but also I think he was a mental case. I think between the pitch clock and the crackdown on substances,
Sticky. Yeah.
he just mentally couldn't handle it. Like,
I remember because the only reason like I think of him instantly whenever they talk about the sticky stuff crackdown just because like I think he was like top 5 pitchers that spin rate went down. Like he was
Yeah.
significant, like lost overnight, and then like he
And
kind of bounced back,
a
and
little
then
bit.
it was then like. And then you would watch him on the mound, and yeah, it would be 40 seconds between the pitch, and it's running his hand through, and he's trying to get as much stick as he can, and like he touches
Well,
belt, he touches hair, he touched the rosin,
the
he
weird
touched the
thing
mitt,
is, he was very fidgety always. Like even
right,
before, like he
sure,
was the only guy I could compare him to is that was like John Rocker was like that 20 years ago
Mm.
too, where he was constantly in motion, which
yeah,
just everywhere, all the fidget, and so that's why I think it's mental just as much as it
sure.
actually is the substance.
Sorry, I just
think
have to mention that the broadcast just focused on Jake Rogers stroking his mustache.
That thing is getting pretty gnarly. Like, because now it's not just the sides he's growing long. I saw like he's getting like the Wyatt Earp, like over here. So like he has like little spider fangs going on too.
Yeah, he's
But to finally answer the question you asked about Karinchak, yes, I think there was something to that, but also there was a complete inability to adjust,
Yeah,
like to the game of changing around him. So I am a little surprised that he didn't catch on somewhere else, but
right. Yeah, he just completely flamed out.
yeah,
Which I
he
guess
was
that life of a reliever, but not that. He was only like 24, 25. He was
a well regarded. I don't know where he was on our prospect list necessarily, but there was buzz about him in the minors when he was down there
Yeah.
too, like that he was a future maybe closer,
Mhm.
or
I
at
remember
least
because like
part of the bullpen.
when they came out with the sticky stuff like ban, like they were like within the first week there was like, okay, who's the teams that are most affected? And it was like the Astros and the Yankees and all that. The Twins were bottom 5, but Maeda was one of them, and that was 2020. Was that 2021 or 2022? It doesn't matter. But he just came off of the Cy Young season, and like, so I'm not telling you like the Twins were innocent by any standards. And I don't even know if anyone else in Cleveland went down that much. But
I'd have to go back and look. I don't think so, but I could totally be wrong on that.
right,
I don't think I think maybe Turnbull for the Tigers was kind
Sure.
of implicated, but that's in 21 he threw no hitter. But I don't think there was like also in 21 we sucked, so there wasn't we didn't exactly
right, nobody cared.
we had Scooble throwing fastballs down the middle to give up 35 home runs. Casey Mize and Matt Manning trying to figure stuff out. And
Yeah.
Spencer Turnbull. It was not exactly a star-studded rotation. Oh, and Jose Urania. I think he was on the team then.
Who? Oh, freaking Jose Ren. I don't know. He bothers me and have no reason. Like, I should be happy for a dude who's absolutely sucked at his job for the last decade, but keeps getting signed to major league contracts.
He pisses
don't
me
know
off
why it
because he
bothers me.
sucked. He was bad.
Yeah, he's sucked since 2017, but yet here, like twice a year, he's been selected or he gets signed to a major league contract.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
how.
He's
but
not even left-handed or anything. Like
Right. Yeah, that's just
It's
it.
like-
He's just bad.
is there something in his underlying mechanics that make every team look at him and go, "Oh, we can fix that"? Like
No,
what?
because even his FIP is terrible. Not to cut you off, but yeah, there's nothing. He throws, I think, like 94, which is just like a league average fastball. He's just an arm, and they just always pick him.
Like, could he just regularly go for 7 innings? Is that his thing? I don't get it.
I don't think so.
is he a really nice guy that fits in the clubhouse well
He
or
must
something?
be.
Like what's
He
Data.
has to
Hey,
be,
clean it-
or else why are you
clean
keep
it.
getting chances?
Yeah, there you go. Cleaning. No.
Juna
right back.
sets him down 1, 2, 3. He only threw 20 pitches in total. Here comes Scooble to massacre my dreams.
I think Scooble's gonna get more strikeouts than he did last season by a good margin. I don't know what he's at today. I have to pull it up. Let's see. Look in the box store. Oh yeah, he's got 6 strikeouts today. So a little low for his standards, but he's been getting lots of first swing pop-ups and stuff. But yeah, last season was at 228. I think he's gonna beat that. this season. He's so good. I'm going to be so sad when we eventually don't pay him and he goes to the Yankees. Inevitably. I just don't have faith that this organization is going to sign him.
Scooble.
Yeah.
Just don't go to the Yankees. That's my only ask, Tarek.
Don't go to the Yankees. It's actually really annoying. Let me see if I get one now. But okay, so Google Chrome on my phone has been doing this thing now when for Discover, it'll show up new articles, and a lot of them are sports stuff a lot of the time. And so, but I'll get articles from a couple of these sites that have headlines like, "Oh, more bad news about Tarek Skubal," and I'm like, "What?" But it's more about how we're not going to sign him because we haven't gotten anything for extension talks, and it's just really annoying seeing that every 5 days. I'm like, "Yeah, guys, I know. I don't need to be reminded that we're not anywhere near close on extending him." Thanks for the reminder.
I feel like they'll extend him. Who else is on their payroll long term?
Baez is the longest one.
Yeah, that's 3 years left.
Yeah. So that's one more year after Skubal. Yeah, I'm just... Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, on that graphic, Lee, what did they say he hadn't given up yet? What was that highlighted? Did you catch that?
No, I did not. But I can see on the game day that is going to change.
Welcome back, Dan.
I did not rage quit. Down. Down. Yeah. Just a turn.
There you go.
We're on the board.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, on the board, I mean for hits.
And now it begins. Now the 6th inning. It's Cleveland time.
If somebody bet on Will Wilson being the first Guardian to get a hit today, they made a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is the second time this season, by the way, Skubal has been perfect through 4 or 5 innings. At least. I can think of one other time for sure. But
I'm not listening to the broadcast, but I can only imagine. Now it's the infamous letdown after you give up the first hit. And now he's going to give up 6. You could probably ask that a lot.
He should be bunting here. I know we're down 5, but honestly, the productive out in this case is probably a better percentage play.
Or just swinging another one in the dirt. There you go.
In general, I would be perfectly fine with us treating Hedges like a pitcher.
It's not incorrect. It's not.
Yeah, it basically is. That's his production. He does have 3 home runs this year, but particularly against Tarek Skubal, this should have been a bunt. He's a good bunter too.
He better be.
Yeah.
So he better be a clubhouse guy and excellent bunter. I mean, granted, he's at the one position where you can do nothing.
Awesome pitch framer, game call,
Yep.
all that stuff.
It's all about the defense, which is fine.
There we go. 90 in the dirt.
Just keep throwing him that over and over again because he swung at 3 of them.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I feel like it's basically a conclusion that Hedges is going to be a manager as soon as he retires. And just I can't think of another player who I feel that strongly about.
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
Or broadcast, but you will see his face a lot. Ooh,
I could see him. I don't know. I could see him wanting to coach. And I'm making a distinction there. I could see him not wanting to be the manager. I could see him wanting to work with the guys and, that kind of thing. But I could be wrong.
Oh, got him barely on. Okay. Hit the bone.
Hit by pitch is as good as a hit.
Yeah.
Well,
God, if they do it again.
Let's see if the third time through goes any better.
Oh, I thought they were still checking. I was like, okay, like, yes, it hit my
Yeah, so
pitch.
did I
I'm
for
sure
a
it hurt
second.
like hell, but that was a glancing blow.
That's you mentioned yesterday. You felt like you saw 3 of those. You've seen 2 of them in the last
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, somebody broke their forearm yesterday. I'd have to check to see who it was, but
It's a double play ball.
oh crap. Yep. Well, that sucks. I don't think mentally Lee could take a meltdown again 2 days in a row.
I could.
I was about to say you could, of course, yes.
Yeah.
It was like I'll be interested when we do the next game. Sam will be on. I guess that game's in an hour and a half. But how Sam's mental mood is because the Twins have walked off Cleveland twice and Kansas City twice in the series.
If this game isn't done yet, what do we do?
Take a break. We'll just continue on this. That's fine.
Yeah.
I have another stream set up but it's when you just put the double boxes in and switch over.
You said the Twins, 3 of their last 4 games have been walk-offs. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Cleveland, and then the last 2 against
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Just
Twins
the
didn't have
one
any
mixed in there.
business. What's that?
Yeah. Just the one loss mixed in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which almost seemed like a foregone conclusion after they beat Cleveland that game. It's just like they're splitting us. There's no way the Twins are winning the second game. That's why you throw Paddock, who is, who's about right. I mean, for a 4th starter, fine.
He's been better than
I
we
was
expected.
muted. Oopsie. I forgot. So
you
strikeout,
missed
hit, I
it.
pitched it, and then grounded it double play.
You missed it. Tarek Skubal heard a pop in the shoulder and is being walked.
Don't you dare.
I guess you won't know until we come back from commercial.
What the?
Or it was an inning double play, whichever.
Oh, who's that pause is messing with? the
I think that's
the I
Nolan
love the
Jones.
car.
I think it's the other way around.
That's funny. That's good. He was messing with Nolan Jones yesterday. I think I saw a pause.
Oh, funny.
Saw a video. Yeah. Or
I don't
Nolan
remember.
Jones was messing with him.
I don't remember who it was, but Harrison Bader was stretching a couple games like 2 weeks ago, and the mascot was matching poses with him. So it was kind of fun.
I think that was the Astros mascot, because what's his face? I don't remember what his name is. The Astros mascot, Blooper or something. No, that's the
No, that's the Braves.
right. Yeah.
I still like the best one for Blooper is when Machado signed his mega deal and he had like the sign this for like, can I get your autograph? And then he peels back a sheet of paper and it says check written out to Blooper for $350 million.
Oh, so
That's amazing.
Blooper has a Twitter account. This is
Oh,
really
does
funny.
he? That's funny.
Yeah, this was. Let me see if I can find it. He has a Twitter account. It's really funny. Let's see if I can find it. Again, I'm scrolling on here. Yeah, because a couple days ago, there's like a gender reveal thing that Blooper did with a couple fans, and then he reposted that and said, "Blooper, answering only because it's been asked. I also serve divorce papers upon request."
That's amazing.
That's fantastic. I think most mascots have a Twitter account because Paws has one. He doesn't do divorce papers, but it was PR stuff.
Torres hit another ball hard, but it was right at second base.
Hmm.
Does Cleveland have a mascot? Or no?
Slider.
What is he?
He's a slider.
Okay.
Not like the pitch. He's not. He's just
a burger.
He is his own
That's
species.
right, a tiny burger. Is that?
He's a purple thing.
Okay. Twins have the laziest mascot, both in what he is and then their name. Like TC Bear is not. It's fine. Like
they should just have twins.
Right. It's a different set of twins every time. That would be funny to have a good and a bad twin. That would be really good to have two mascots. That'd be fun.
Is TC Bear supposed to be like a reference to something, or is it just
Twin City Bear? It's Minnesota. There's a lot of woods.
Why a bear?
Because they're in Minnesota, has a lot of woods, forestry area.
That's fair. Yeah.
Don't think they have a lot of bears though, so it's still kind of weird.
I was surprised they stuck with Junis there for a third inning.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does he normally do bulk innings?
They've been starting to stretch him out a little bit more, but again, I was a little surprised. He was at 20 pitches. The statement last year, and maybe the bulk guy was a little bit different. Pedro Avila was our bulk guy last year, but
yeah.
Generally speaking, 20 pitches was the pitch limit for the relievers last year. You go a little over to finishing at bat or whatever, of course, but
right.
It was just a little effective though. So got another inning out of him, 1, 2, 3 inning. So I'll be kind of curious to see who they go to here in the seventh.
So did they show anyone warming up? Probably not,
so,
because they're probably activating him now.
Well, Green, Torkelson, and Sweeney will be up. 2 lefties. Probably Cantillo would be my guess, but we'll see. And that could be why they stuck with Junis too, as 3 righties.
Oh, sure. Won't he also pitch high leverage or no?
If they need an extra guy, he's like the extra arm for high leverage if they need it, if somebody else is down that day. Or like if we were up in the 6th, he might come in. But he's not, they haven't gone to him much up front. I thought they might, and they haven't. Because he started hot out the gate, and he's kind of come down to earth a little bit the last couple of weeks. So
hot in a good way though, not like he got torched.
No, yeah, he was pitching very well to start the year, and has regressed a little bit as we've gone along.
I like Ibanez messing with Scooble there after that pop-up catch.
Another bad at bat for Arias. Pop up on the first pitch.
Well, second pitch. Give him a little credit.
Second pitch. My bad.
He took the first one for a ball and then popped out.
He's seen 9 pitches. He's hit 1, and it went halfway to the pitcher's mound.
Still throwing 97 in the 7th, though. It's only 62 pitches, but
for all the ripping I'm doing on Arias, he is facing a really, really good pitcher.
Yeah.
So he's made other guys look foolish too. There you go.
And so it begins.
Did not realize Ramirez was hitting 300. 305, probably a little more now.
Yeah. Even in Cleveland, he's still, I don't know, like, you could tell me any stat about Ramirez and I'll believe it because nobody pays attention to him. Like, which is a shame. Like, he's not really a hidden gem anymore, but. Oh, look at that.
There you go. Yep.
Longest active hitting string. Spencer Steer. That's interesting.
Not a name I would have chosen or thought of.
He's a Twins prospect. They got him for Molly. That trade went splendid. 6 starts and a Tommy John later. He's playing for Texas. I don't know why this is hopefully gets stuck in your guys' head because it haunts my head. Every time I see Tarek Skubal, I always think of Shaggy from Scooby Doo saying Scoob.
I'll say this.
So if that's not a thing in Detroit,
Last year in like the Players Weekend thing they did, Scooble had custom cleats with like Scooby Doo on them. It was
okay. So it's a thing then.
I'll say this. Talking about strike 3. That's swinging badly.
Has Scooble struck
Got
out
him.
Thomas 3 times this game? I feel like that's what the
This is a perfect segue into talking about things stuck in my head. I have the game muted, obviously, because we're talking, but I didn't think I could become tired of still DRE, and I am tired of it now.
Oh, after every strikeout, yes.
Yeah.
Christ, get a new song. It's like that stupid PC
And I
Richardson
love-
songs for the Yankees.
And I love that song, but I am tired of it now.
Yep. Move on. Time for a new noise. Yeah, I can't. I mean, the Yankees play the whistle from PC Richardson after every strikeout. I can't stand it. God dang it.
Ooh, hit well. Stay
Keep
Ooh,
slicing.
foul.
Keep slicing, yeah.
I will have to say, I think Progressive Field still does this. Drives me nuts. They always do the Mario sound effects, like the one up every time they score.
Yeah.
Drives
Yep.
me nuts. I hate it.
Okay. But you hear that 3 times to 5 times a game. Every strikeout.
And I say this about the whistle, too. I think, for whatever reason, I've compartmentalized that because that's just a sound effect, whereas still DRE is a song.
DRE.
I don't know why that's different to me, but it is. I say that about the whistle, too. That didn't bother me.
Is it still DRE or
whatever
is it the
reason.
Lolo?
I think it's still DRE.
It probably is. Why did I think it was? It doesn't matter. For anyone lost, anytime that the Tigers get a strikeout against, they play that song.
Like right now, probably. They're probably playing it right now.
Yeah. 102.
102.
Is that what that
Kubel emptying the tank.
said?
Hinch
Just a
is
nice
off,
little F.
Hinch is off his rocker if he doesn't send Scooble back out there for the 8th. Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna be so angry if he doesn't send him back out. Yeah, and he's through the toughest part of the lineup. He got Ramirez, Thomas, Manzardo. I mean, he's at 5, 6, 7.
That is being careful for the sake of being careful if they don't send him back out
Right.
there. Like,
Well, the
I'm
only
gonna be
reason I
so
say
angry.
that, why? So we just wanted to say fuck you to Lane Thomas suddenly, like just 102.
I no, I'm with you, Eric. It sure seems like that was an empty the tank pitch, but
No, he during Brewers game a few weeks back, he got into this was 6th inning, he was at like 70, 80 pitches. And he was getting up in the pitch count. It was bases loaded, 2 outs in the 6th. He throws 99 to strike him out, and then he still comes out for the next inning. It was great. Yeah. No, he'll throw 100 in, the 7th inning.
Right. I remember when
Verlander.
Verlander was with the Tigers. That was always like Verlander would start the game at like 91, 92, and
And then
he'd finish
ramp
the
up.
game at like 7 or like at 97, 98. It's disgusting.
Yeah, he's got that velocity because it was really interesting because he was on Pitching Ninja off season before last season. He's like, oh, I haven't hit 100. I really want to get there. And since then, he's thrown how many pitches at 100 today? So
at least a few,
Yeah.
he's topped out at like 101.7, I think.
That,
What's-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. 1017 just then.
Yeah, he ever since he reached 100 last season, and then since then has just been able to consistently get up there. Yeah, look at the top pitch velocities for today.
Yeah, it's all Scooble.
Well, it's not going to be Logan Allen. I can tell you.
Yeah. Then he wouldn't miss the days where it was like Chapman was throwing 4 miles an hour harder than anyone else, and if you just looked at the top pitching velocities, they actually had to they had a filter that was remove Chapman, so you could actually see someone else
really?
other than
I
him
didn't
for
know that.
200 pitches.
No, I wasn't aware of that. I do miss when I don't know. When not everybody was maximizing their velocity all the time, always,
Yeah.
which sounds like a super old man take, and I get it is, but I don't know. I just liked it that there was a little more variation.
I'm fine if you want to go I'm fine if with like the velocity and all that stuff, but like don't that you need 13 pitchers in your bullpen, and this might just be a Twins thing. They're always like concerned they don't have any more arms. Well, you don't need to throw max velocity every pitch. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
dot one on the corner once in a while. So it's kind of like the shift. I didn't like that they banned or restricted the shift. Just like everyone's saying, just bunt it over or just
Exactly.
hit anything to the opposite field.
Just learn how to hit to the opposite field.
Right.
Come on.
And
Get
I understand.
I don't think it's that simple.
It is for
Probably
this
not.
gen.
But
I think for this generation, yes, because they've been going to pull everywhere. So this generation would be screwed. But baseball will react if you just be able to slap it the other way. Or hell, just put down a bunt to the third base and it'll get a double. Some of them.
Pitching has never been this good in the history of the sport. I think it's really hard to hit the ball the other way in general now. Not that nobody could do it. The Guardians have at least one guy that does it really well, honestly. But in general,
yeah, Riley Green slaps it, he could hit it everywhere.
Oh, this is Enright. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
The game day is now like 4 pitches ahead on my stream. So it's annoying.
The only thing is, I don't know that Enright has length. So I don't know. Yeah, not 9 games, 9 innings.
Yeah. I bet he has length today.
He might. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he only has to pitch 2 innings. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, hopefully not, but it's sure looking that way.
Is this his debut?
Yeah.
Major League?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Good debut so far.
Awesome. First strikeout,
Struck out
Riley
an
Green.
all-star.
There you go.
The broadcast cut away too soon. I couldn't see if Scooble got the handshake or not. See if
I doubt he did. I'd
hope
shocked.
not.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
I'd be really pissed if he did. If
it just seemed like 102 was out of nowhere.
Got away with one there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a little. Could have been. Hey,
really
5 pitches too. This is a good debut. Getting out Green and Torkelson.
Who is Benetti talking to?
That's Dan Dickerson.
Oh,
that's the radio guy.
That is not who I imagined him looking like. I pictured a fat dude with like a big, big goatee.
Yeah, that's their podcast. Have a seat. It's good. I'm really glad because they started it last year, and they'll talk with like various players or like other people in the organization, and they're doing it again this year. They didn't initially start out, but the first episode came out a few weeks ago. They've had like 3 episodes. They had the most recent one was with Hinch again. It was really good.
Look at all those empty chairs in the background, Lee. You love that.
Oh yeah.
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
It is.
That's the home plate experience where there's like this back area where there's dining and TVs and everything.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah.
Yep.
So of course all the seats are gonna be empty because everyone's hanging out in there. I think it's called like the I don't know, the Tigers Club or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, the home plate club comes with this, yeah, access to this special area with.
I do like how the somebody saved their seat with a Baez jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine's at the game right now, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of them are.
You said you're
Yeah,
an hour out from Detroit?
Yeah, it's like an hour, but it's like hour and a half
Mm.
if for game days because of traffic and stuff. So I thought about going to this game, but then I was like, well, I'd have to get up at like 9 or leave at 9 to
Oh,
get there.
come on.
My
Leave it
sleep-
9.
No, I work nights. I work until 1 or 3 in the morning, so my sleep
Yeah.
schedule is
All
way
right.
off.
I take it
So-
back.
Yeah, the other day, except for yesterday and today, because yesterday I had to get up to go to Grand Rapids, but like the day before that, I went to bed at 6 in the morning and woke up at like 3 p.m. So, yeah, it's the sleep schedule's messed up.
I
Because
couldn't
I mean,
do
what's
it.
the point of like getting on a normal schedule if I work from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. some days? Most days it's only till
There.
1, but if I work till 3 sometimes,
Sure.
no point in like going to bed at 2 or 3. So
I really gotten like I'm a morning person, so I like getting up at 5 just because.
I am
Love it.
such a night owl.
So is my wife, which tracks.
Oh,
I feel
that's
like
Oh,
ooh,
oh
ouch.
my god. Is that a third error there?
this is my fault. I said Manzardo was doing well at first earlier.
I don't think these are his fault. Like I really don't.
That was not a great throw, but I feel like he could have picked that.
Nice
Well,
time
he had
stop
the
by
guy
Wilson.
running towards his arm
Oh.
too. Like I
Ooh,
don't.
Ouch.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
that
I
could have
hope
been
he's all
much
right
worse.
more than anything else.
Yeah, hopefully.
I just
Jeez.
feel that.
Yeah, I think it's
Pull it.
fair to say at the least they're giving him a workout over there today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for that. There is no reason to keep him in this game right now. Like I don't know. Like what? I understand it's only a 5-run. You can come back from 5 runs, but
He also just hit, so he'd be the person.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even
least
come up to
likely
bat.
hit again.
Probably not. Yeah. He'd come up to bat like late in the 9th, maybe, depending on how stuff worked out.
It's
But
it's
he
too
just-
close of a game to still to take him out. I think. Now, if they score a couple here, maybe that makes a difference.
Extra bases percent taken. Ooh, Guardians at with 28th and Tigers at first. That's a fun
Don't like
stat.
that.
Yeah, it's called. I keep referencing it, but I'm going to again. Joey Cora windmill stops for nobody. Who needs
Guardians
anyone?
baseball is usually pretty
Ooh,
good,
that was
though.
a meatball.
The joke last year was who needs guys to slug when you have a bunch of speedy 250 guys? Just a bunch of guys who
It's a
hit for
double
average
anyway.
who can run.
Are you ahead of me? You might be.
I sound like a broken record,
Oh.
but it's those little
Oh,
right
I
at him.
was hoping that
It's
maybe
those
was
little
something.
things that I think are the difference between the Guardians this year and last year. They were taking extra bases last year. The defense was a lot tidier. It doesn't. I'm still enthused by the record, but
Right.
it
Well, their
doesn't
pitching's
feel. It doesn't feel as secure as it did last
Mhm.
year.
I was thinking about this yesterday or the day before or something in terms of where I think the division is going to fall. And I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, from what I've seen play at their best, I think the Twins can play better than the Guardians. But I think Guardians will beat the Twins every time they do it, more times than they play head to head. So the Guardians will finish higher in the standings. I think that's where I stand right now.
I feel you're not wrong. Because I'm sick. Good luck predicting what the Twins are going to do over the next 3 months. But I don't know. When they're playing well, they can. I feel like they can beat anyone. But if they can do it for longer than a couple of months.
And I think the Guardians are so good against all the other Central teams that just gives them so much of a boost in the standings.
Well, Cleveland's just slow and steady. Like, Cleveland doesn't do anything spectacularly. They just do everything well.
Yeah.
According
Especially
to Game
this
Day,
year.
it looks like Scribble's pitching again, which is good because otherwise I was going to lose my mind.
We need to stream a Twins Guardians game at some point because there might be a meltdown.
So you can watch me cry on camera. Is that what you want?
Preferably one that's in Cleveland, and if we
Well,
can
why
get
don't we-
the audio for Tom Hamilton, that's even better. But
Great.
probably not going to happen.
You want to pick one's Bo Naylor's birthday? Let's pick that one just to really take it to me. Like,
They've already played twice this season, so it might not be. For
Oh
a
yeah,
little
we
while.
don't play until September, but we do play in September.
yeah, I'm sure. Well, this was an experiment anyway. We'll see what happens. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like this hasn't dragged.
I've enjoyed myself for whatever that matters. I don't know if anybody's watching or enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's watching, but it's
Let's have a
fun
couple.
chatting.
We have a couple.
If you
Thank
are, hello.
Oh, that's
Hey.
good.
Thanks for watching.
guys.
Hello.
Not we're just talking into the void forever.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, that's the best. I've said some stupid things in the last couple of weeks, so that's fine. Those can stay in the void.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's fine.
once an episode, you're like, I can't wait to see what the algorithm does to that 5 years from now. So
Yeah, it'll happen. Well, especially like Sam's tirade about the Cardinals on Wednesday. I was like, well, 100% of our World Series had black people on the field. Like,
Oh, that cracked me up.
that was so funny. Like, just-
which,
That was
by the
great.
way, if you are listening right now, go check that out on our channel. You can hear
Hey.
Sam say some conspicuous things about the Royals and Cardinals rivalry. It's a great listen.
there's like normally it's Oren. If there's someone I'm gonna choose that's gonna say something like not out of pocket, but like it
Kinda
would
out
be
of
Oren.
pocket.
He said some funny things. But yeah, it wasn't especially like Sam that monotone, like calm talk, and then just immediately comes out with the color barrier in baseball.
He immediately comes out with, I think Cardinals are pro segregation.
Yeah, like take that, Dizzy Dean, you dead SOB.
No respect for Eno Slaughter whatsoever.
Ugh. Yeah, crack. That tickled me. So if Scooble's completing this game, can we agree? Is there a scenario he doesn't unless something pops in his elbow?
I think there'd have to be more than one base runner in order for him to be taken out.
I don't even think that.
If it's
yeah.
like
Do
if
we-
it's like
do we know
2
if-
on, 1 out or something.
Has anybody
Or-
in the bullpen got up from their seat?
I have not seen that. The broadcast is not
I'm not
shown.
even say throw, just got up from their seat.
Yeah.
Probably
Or are they
not.
basically spectators in this game?
Apparently, the bullpen loves Scrooble days because they just get to sit back and relax for 7 innings.
Yeah, just weak chopper.
Oh,
So, I mean,
Scrooble
not
is
for
so
nothing.
good.
We started this just by first pitch. It's we're at 2-hour mark.
Yeah, it's a quick game. Scooble's thrown what, 80 pitches.
Yeah, exactly.
He goes fast too.
Allen's
yeah.
a good
That was
worker, too.
He has to now.
Yes.
He doesn't like. I mean, he hasn't really played much before the pitch clock, but like, even without that, he just goes fast.
Well, I mean, he had the pitch clock in the minors though, so like everyone.
Oh,
was
that's
gonna be fast.
fair. Yeah. But he's just. I love watching him. He's so fun.
Yeah.
I keep saying that, but like, oh my god, it is. So my
it's true.
favorite pitcher as a kid was Max Scherzer, and Scooble, it gives me shades of Scherzer.
That sounds like a bad cologne.
It does.
Shades of surgery.
But just in terms of being that guy who's just like a little bit crazy on the mound,
Mhm.
competitor. I know it. We lost that series, but the shot of Scooball, we won that game, but the Scooball doing the "Are you not entertained?" thing towards the Cleveland Crown in game 2, that was amazing. I
It's a word
can't
for it.
see it well with the camera angle, but the you know, are
Do
you
you
not?
disagree?
Hmm?
Yeah, there it is.
I was
Yeah,
entertained when he gave up that grand slam to Lane Thomas. I'll tell you
Okay,
that
very
just saying,
funny.
but just always
much.
bring it around.
I
Just
was
all-
yeah, but that wasn't that game. It was game 2 that he did either that, not
Yeah.
not in game 5.
Yeah.
So
Not in
Tim's
Dan's
playing
heart.
game 2.
I also love how he told the crowd to shut the F up. That was really funny.
Is that in character for him, or is that
Yeah.
just like adrenaline
Yeah.
playoffs?
It's
Okay.
it's a
Because they
in
played it
character
off
for
at the
him
time
well.
like oh, that's just him. He got a little competitive because of the situation. Like at the time, I remember that being the narrative.
He is that competitive. That's the first time he's done anything towards the crowd, so it's a little bit of playoff thing. But he is that guy on the mound. So it's really funny, especially looking at his post game after that. He's like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. You know, there were kids.
Screw it.
The crowd was great.
There are kids. Okay. I agree. I get what he's saying, but
in
like,
terms of like being not exactly a good role model to tell people to shut the F up. You know,
as if
But
they haven't heard their parents say worse.
Yeah, but he was saying, but like I mean, the Cleveland crowd was chirping at him, and he came back, and he's like, "Oh, the crowd was great. I was just really into it."
He did say that, and I appreciated that. Actually, that was cool of him.
Yeah, it's more of a when he's on the mound, he just gets all the adrenaline, and
Right.
then he's super competitive.
I am really happy that in the last 5 years or so, it's okay for baseball players to be human and like show emotions, like to do bat flips and to celebrate and all that. Like, I wish they would do that a little bit more, even. But I'm happy it's no longer a big faux pas.
I don't know, man.
No, I don't know if you
I
guys-
generally agree. I saw highlights last night of Ronald Acuna Jr., who was like dancing a jig on his way from second to third because he hit a home run, and I'm like, this is a little much. I don't know.
When you have to do when you do like more than like 2 celebrations going around on home runs, I'm like, okay, that's a little much. Like, chill.
I think what bothered me about it was he went backwards. Like that was, I think, what bothered me. Like, don't stop your progress along the way. Other than that, do whatever you want.
Although I like it only because he will be humbled probably his next at bat. Like, you're going to fail a lot in baseball, so take your moment while you can, but just know you're going to look like an asshole in an inning.
Yeah,
Life's
I don't know
short.
if you guys
Enjoy every sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. That's true.
Or like even the Orlando Arcia Bryce Harper thing in the playoffs a couple years ago, the Attaboy Harper, and that was so fun. Loved every second of that.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember Madison Baumgartner. He would always like get really pissed when players would celebrate, and his thing was, well, if players are allowed to celebrate home runs, why aren't pitchers allowed to celebrate strikeouts? And
they are.
It's like, yeah, that's a fair point. Like, it should be I think he's like, oh, if it's part of their personality, this is my personality.
I disagree with that completely. And also, you could have just stopped the sentence at Madison Baumgartner is pissed. Like, end of sentence. But pitchers were they always celebrated strikeouts. They've been doing it much more than players have been bat flipping.
Yeah, I think I think there was like some event or something that preceded him saying that.
Oh, I'm sure. But, I mean, he just has a red ass, and that's fine. You're allowed.
And I think the narrative that, they didn't do this back in the day, like, I think that's a bunch of baloney too. I was reading online, I forget where at some point, but like, dudes were animated about their home runs for decades. But you know what? Every game wasn't on television all the time, so people didn't know about it. Yeah. It wasn't in the media, and it wasn't.
They also got thrown at and seriously hurt a lot more.
Also true.
Yeah.
Also true. I will say, if you do take exception to something because you think it's excessive, don't hit anybody in the head ever. But I don't. Yeah. That doesn't bother me either at all. If you throw at somebody, it really doesn't.
Hit him in the butt.
That's a nice hit. Oh.
Ooh,
that's foul.
Ooh, foul.
Barely. Is Verling still 0 for the season?
I know he got a hit. He got an RBI double yesterday.
And no, he isn't. Never mind.
I'll
Sorry.
be right back.
We were really hoping that his first at bat was going to be home run, just like JD Martinez a few years ago. That was the hope. That would have been hype, but did not come to be.
Off Class A. That would have been something.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Oh, the wave distracted me.
Oh my god. They're doing the wave now? Okay. I don't know if you guys saw, like, after the playoff game with Scoobel told the crowd, shout out to the crowd, and Pitching Ninja retweeted that with the, shut the F up. And then his Tarek Scoobel's mom replied to that with the first and middle name.
Tarek's in trouble.
Yeah. But yeah, Scoobel was asked about that, but then he was like, "Oh, you should have seen her during my high school basketball games." It was pretty funny.
Jeez, Tarek, do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
He had to learn it from someone.
Yeah. Runs in the family. But yeah. Freeling's had good contact. It's just been all like flyouts and lineouts. I'm so glad he's back, though. He's such a. He's one of.
Is Buxton? No, Buxton's not back today. He's got to be coming pretty close, hopefully.
Yeah, Veerling was like part of the reason why we expected to start slow, because he's one of our better hitters. So we didn't think the offense was going to be good.
So this was a slow start, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's what we. Yeah, pretty much actually, because the schedule to start off with hard, and also we are missing two of our better position players in Meadows and Veerling, and Perez too, kind of.
Got that to look forward to.
Yeah, Perez isn't as big of an impact as Veerling or Meadows, but he was really big for us, like, down the stretch last year.
Nice job by Nick Enright.
Yeah, he's
saved the rest of the pen.
good.
Did his job.
All right, looks like Scooble's coming out. Yeah.
Not good.
Now, let's see. What's the expected? 117 Cleveland, their expected batting average.
But hey, they got 2 hits.
They did.
I don't think Scooble's walked anybody, right?
Nope. Got 1 hit
And
by
you're talking
pitch.
about he hates walking people.
He hates walking people.
The one hit by pitch that automatically turned into a double play right afterward. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Mm.
Scooble tends to do a little more hit by pitches than average, I think. I don't know, haven't looked at the numbers, but it feels like he hits people a little more than, which is it's mostly because he's not afraid to throw inside, and also his stuff moves so much that it's
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if you guys get the same commercials as I did, but they just did like a glance of the Angels for a home run celebration. It was an LED halo.
That's fun.
That's awesome.
Mm.
I wasn't looking at the screen, so.
I mean, I just happened to. No, you probably don't have the same commercials as I do anyway. So
I have a commercial with Justin Verlander, and I forgot he was playing for the Giants.
yeah,
I was like, weird.
I think he said he wanted to pitch until 50, didn't he? I don't know why I thought of that.
Tracks. That sounds like him. The Giants we play the Giants next, and it looks like Verlander won't be pitching either of those days. When the Blue Jays are in town, if Scherzer's going to be pitching, I'm going to go to that game because I want to see Scherzer again.
Yeah. How's he doing this year? I haven't even looked.
Scherzer?
Yeah.
Or Verlander? Scherzer's currently on the injured list.
Oh, of course.
He started on the injured list and he pitched like 3 games and then he went on the injured list again.
Mm.
So. Look, Tarik Skubal, 2024 AL Cy Young.
Even his suit is tight. Jesus, man.
85 pitches, 65 of which were strikes. That's nice.
That's how you do it. What is that? He threw 80. What did he just... Oh, it froze.
First career appearance in the ninth. That's a little surprising to me. I knew he didn't go into the ninth last season, but I thought he might have.
So he's never thrown a complete game before, is what you're telling me?
No. Hinch doesn't do complete. We only had 1 complete game last season, and that was Keter Montero complete game shutout of the Rockies.
Well, I think he's about to do one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
I mean, this is under, like, looking at the screen here. His fastball and his sinker are identical in velocity. That's disgusting.
There was a great shot that Pitching Ninja caught of, I think it was against Boston or maybe Texas. I don't know. One of the home games. But you see him, he's laughing on the mound, and then he throws a 95 sinker in. He's like,
That's what he was laughing about.
Yep.
Like, that's just mean.
I remember it was like 2 years ago, Joan Duran threw a 100-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, which is, I mean, they call it his splinker. It's a splitter sinker, and that's what he threw. And it was just like, what do you even do?
All right, Arias needs to strike out so Skubal can tie his career high strikeouts.
Well, Arias hasn't put up very many good at-bats today, so...
He'd have to see a third pitch to strike out.
That's fair.
And they're all on their feet.
Yeah. Just a nice, crisp win for the Tigers.
Yep, 100.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. If he's going to hit 103, it's going to be this at bat.
Yeah, 92nd pitch of the day, and he throws 100.
Then change up. Oh my god.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm assuming that's what that was. It was 90.
I mean, just walk back.
Yeah.
Don't even look at this next pitch. Oh, he can't hear. Fastball. You don't need to know the call.
Just throw the change up again. Just throw the change up, same spot, and he can't hit it anyways.
Probably true right now.
There was one strikeout against the Angels. He just threw the same change up to the same spot 3 times and got the strikeout. Because you know what? Fuck you. You can't hit it anyway. He's going to throw it to the same spot.
Dingler can tell you what he's going to throw. It won't matter. I hope the game went final on the
103.
There,
yeah.
103.
What'd I tell you?
Yeah.
Called that one. All right.
It.
Well, that was fun, guys.
We witnessed his first career shutout.
13th strikeout, 103.
Hey, Guardians had more errors than hits today. Fantastic.
Woof.
I need the actual velocity on that last one.
I'm looking for it too. It's not updating.
If you're just joining us and you didn't realize, but the Guardians actually won the first 3 games of this series. You wouldn't believe it today.
They didn't play like they won the first 3 games of the series. 102.6. That I think that's a high for him. That's got to be this new high.
I'm gonna get. If it's not, it's pretty close. But all right, well, that was
a good game. That was
well, in your perspective, I was hoping for like another meltdown, or at least something that Cleveland can flirt.
13 strikeouts. That's ties his career high.
3 errors. That was all the first base, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, look at Skubal.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Oh, how are you supposed to hit that? Like,
You don't. That's the purpose. But
one thing that's really fun about Scoofle 2 is that he knows how good he is, and he's not gonna fake humble or be humble. No, he's like, oh, I'm good. I know I'm this good.
can't hate it.
It's, yeah.
But all right. Well, I think that'll do it for this. We are going to be watching the Twins Royals game that starts at 2:30 in 50 minutes. If you're watching this in the future, which I don't imagine why you would, but if you are, you'll see this right next in the stream list, I guess. So, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.